All right, so today we're going deep on something a little different. You ready for this?
I'm all ears.
Okay, good. So we're looking at this Chinese Christian devotional, right? It's called The Lever in the Hand, Cooperation in the Biblical Life.
Interesting. I don't think we've ever tackled a devotional before.
Yeah, it is a first for us. But you know how we're always saying we like to find those unexpected sources of wisdom, right?
Yeah, always up for a surprise.
Well, this one's got a really interesting and honestly kind of surprising take on the whole God and humanity relationship.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Devotionals and God and humanity. Where do we even begin?
Well, it all starts with, get this, a family, some like fried snacks, and a homemade claw machine.
Wait, what? A claw machine? Like the arcade game?
Exactly. It's so, I don't know, it's so quirky and unexpected, but it totally works.
Okay, you gotta tell me more about this. How does a claw machine fit into a devotional?
So the author, he's describing how his family's just hanging out, enjoying some, fried chicken, sweet potato fries, all that good stuff.
It's like a good time.
Right. And then the conversation turns to claw machines, like how they work, why kids love them,
Yeah, those things can be pretty addictive.
Totally. So to kind of explain it to his daughter, he decides to create a DIY version, like right there on the table, using whatever they have around the house.
I love that. It's like super resourceful and also just, fun.
And that's what's so cool about this whole devotional. It's got this playful, down-to-earth vibe, but at the same time, it's packing some serious theological insights.
Okay, so walk me through this. How does this homemade claw machine become this, what did you say? An analogy for God and humanity?
Exactly. A really powerful analogy.
Right.
So in his little setup, his daughter gets to control the joystick, right? And his son, he's in charge of the claw. And together, they're trying to win these little prizes. But of course, like I said, it's not really about the game itself. It's about what it represents.
I see. So the kids working together. That's like God and humanity working together.
Bingo. The author takes it even further, though. He brings in the whole creation story from Genesis, where God creates the world and gives humans dominion over it.
Yeah, of course. That's like foundational stuff.
Right. And he sees this amazing parallel between that act of creation and how we're meant to interact with God. It's supposed to be a partnership.
Partnership. So instead of seeing God as this distant figure, it's more like we're meant to be actively involved with him in creation, in life.
Exactly. And that's where the claw machine analogy comes in. So God, he's like the lever, right? Providing the guidance and the power. And humanity, we're the hand acting and creating in the world based on that guidance.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all fits together. God, the lever, sets the direction. Humanity, the hand, does the work, like a team.
Exactly. And when we're in sync, when we're working together in harmony, that's when amazing things can happen. Like think about Genesis 1.28. Where God tells humans to subdue the earth and have dominion over it.
Oh, yeah, subdue and dominion. Those words are sometimes interpreted in a way that makes it sound like humans have unlimited power over the earth.
I know, right? But the author here, he sees it differently. He's saying God isn't giving us a free pass to do whatever we want. It's more like he's inviting us to join him, to participate in this ongoing work of creation.
That makes a lot more sense. It's about responsibility, stewardship, not just like exploitation.
Exactly. But then, as we know, things get a little messy.
Yeah, the Garden of Eden, sin enters the picture.
Right. And the author describes this as humanity kind of grabbing the joystick, trying to take control, leaving God as just a helper to grab whatever earthly desires we're fixated on at the moment.
It's like we want to call all the shots, even though we don't really know what we're doing.
And that's where things start to go wrong, isn't it? Like this idea of sin disrupting that original harmony, it's a big deal in Christianity, right?
Absolutely. It's not just about breaking rules. It's about that fundamental shift in our relationship with God. Trying to go it alone, relying on our own limited understanding. And that never ends well.
No, it doesn't. It makes me think about all the times I try to force things to go my way instead of, trusting in God's plan.
Oh, yeah, that's relatable. We all do that, right? The author, he actually uses a really striking image to illustrate this whole struggle. He talks about a flea trying to become a lion.
Wow, a flea trying to become a lion? That's quite a visual.
Right. It's this stark reminder of how limited we are in our own strength. We can try to puff ourselves up, but ultimately we're still just fleas compared to the power and wisdom of God.
It's humbling, for sure. It makes you think about all those times you're striving, pushing, trying to achieve something that's, maybe just beyond your grasp.
Exactly. And the author's point is that after 2,000 years of this, humanity is starting to realize how futile this constant striving for control is. There's this growing desire to go back to that original design, to acknowledge God as the lever and us as the hand.
And he's suggesting that this return to harmony, it's made possible through Jesus.
Right. That's a core belief in Christianity, that Jesus bridges the gap between humanity and God, allowing us to reconnect with him.
But what I found so refreshing about this devotional is the author, he's honest about his own struggles, like he admits that even though he believes in submitting to God's will, he still sometimes finds himself reaching for that joystick.
Oh, I love that. It's so real, so relatable, because none of us have this figured out perfectly, right? Faith isn't about being perfect. It's about that journey, that process of learning to trust and surrender.
Totally. So if we try to distill everything we've talked about today, that core message is about cooperation. God as the lever, humanity as the hand, working together.
And recognizing that sometimes the best thing we can do is let go of the joystick,
Yeah. Surrender to God's will, trust his guidance.
But that doesn't mean we become passive. It's about finding that balance, right?
Right. Between surrender and action. Between trusting God's plan and actively participating in our own lives. It's tricky, for sure.
It is. But maybe that's where the playful aspect of the analogy comes in. Even when we mess up, even when we grab for that joystick, God's patient with us. He's not going to give up on us just because we make mistakes.
Exactly. He's there to guide us, to help us learn and grow, just like that dad playing the claw machine game with his kids.
It's a beautiful image, isn't it? This loving, compassionate God who's invested in our journey towards him, even when it's messy and imperfect.
It really is. So as you go about your day today, think about this analogy. Think about the lever in the hand. Where are you trying to control everything? Where might you need to loosen your grip a little and let God take the lead?
And don't forget the most important part.
Oh, yeah. Remember, even in the midst of, the seriousness of faith and all that, there's still room for joy, for playfulness, for that childlike wonder that connects us to something bigger than ourselves.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that note, we're going to wrap things up here. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Until next time.
See ya.